Today we're reviewing the Platinum 3776 Century Nice fountain pen from a company called Platinum. It comes in this shipping box outside. When you unwrap that box, you get to this lovely oval box. I thought it was a little bit weird that the company called Platinum actually uses a rose gold tone branding for their logo and brand rather than platinum, and maybe changing the background color of the box just to carry through that name, but that's just me. When you take everything out of the box, you'll have three inserts. The three inserts in there, one was telling you that the pen is named after a resort in the south of France, in Nice. And then the second one is your user's manual translated into several languages. Basically, it's a Japanese fountain pen, so Japanese is first. Then you have the English, and it's showing you how to ink the pen. And also interesting that the cartridges come with steel balls inside to, I guess, mix up the ink. Which chatters a little bit as you write if you're writing super fast. Not much, but I did notice it. And then it does come with its own converter. And the last thing is a warranty card, and it warranties the pen for any manufacturer defects for up to a full year. So when you unbox the pen, it's going to look like this. I actually have two here. Platinum was kind enough to provide two just for the purposes of review. And what you'll see in the difference between the Nice Pure, which is this one, and the Nice, is just the hardware, just the finish. You'll see that the regular Nice is a rose tone finish, and the Nice Pure has a silver tone or more of a chrome finish on top there. And every other way the pens are absolutely identical. I already inked the Nice Pure, so I'm going to kind of show you a little bit about that one. If I can pick this up on camera or if it'll show, I don't know. But inside of here, this is obviously the cartridge that you would, the proprietary Platinum cartridge that you would use to load in the ink like I did in the Pure. There's a little stainless steel ball in there. It made it a little bit confusing for me. Maybe it's just me on how to load it when I first looked at it, because I didn't want to damage the $200 pen. But if you just seat it, you actually push that ball out of the way. You seat it on this fat side here, the wide side, into the pen, and then it fits, and the tapered end goes in the back, and then that ball will actually wiggle around and mix up the ink. Something of note, it didn't matter to me, but I'm sure some people it might matter. The actual converter is a silver toned finish, so if you're buying the Nice with the rose gold, some people don't like the silver tone because it's a Demonstrator, so you can see a little bit. I didn't think it was a big deal. It's translucent, not transparent, so it'll kind of be covered up anyway by some of that transparency, but some people worry about things like that, so I wanted to show you. The finish itself has grooves ground into it. They say it's a sandblasted finish, and they call these grooves diamond cut, and they're actually, like I said, ground in. They're not raised like a true facet like an OMOS certified would have multiple sides. This is just a flat side, but it has all these grooves that go the full length of the cap and body. What I thought was most interesting is that spring that you see there, and I'm going to try to engage it and see if the camera will pick it up. They call this slip and seal technology. I think it's pretty ingenious. Most screw type fountain pens are prone to drying out if you don't use them for a few months. That would be most fountain pens in general, but screw types tend to let in more air over time. So I've had some sit for 3 or 4 months, and by the time I get to them again, the ink is all, fountain pen ink is water based, so some of the water will evaporate and it'll be all dried out and gummy, and I can't use it till I flush it and refill it with ink. They said this new technology will actually keep the ink ready to write for up to 2 years if you don't use it and keep it capped. So that was pretty interesting. When you take the cap off, you can see that spring that I was talking to you about. There's also an inner cap. If you can see that, it stops right here. See that inner cap? Basically, there's a flange on the end of the section, and when you cap it, if you watch the spring really closely, I'm going to twist it really slowly. Once you get to that flange, it actually engages that spring. Did you see that? So it engages that spring, and it applies pressure between the flange and that inner seal to create an airtight seal, which I thought was pretty neat. And it comes standard on both the Nice and the Nice Pure. And again, the only difference there is rose gold or regular. If you want rose gold, go just Nice. If you want this platinum, I guess we'll call it platinum finish, but it's really rhodium plate, you can go with the Pure. So I guess we'll get to how this thing writes. When you uncap it, these are both medium and fine fountain pens, by the way. I'll post the fine writing sample on my website at bestfountainpen.com. Today I'm just going to show you how the medium writes because I happen to have it already inked and I've been using it for a week. Also, I don't know if you can pick it up here or not, but I'll have a close-up on my website. The vent hole is very delicately heart-shaped. You can almost not see it, but 14 karat gold, like I said, nib, and it is rhodium plated. And we're going to show you a quick writing sample. See how this thing writes for you. Now again, this is the medium, and I'll have a fine sample on my website. Oh, didn't spell that right, did you? Look like I missed that. Century Nice. Okay, and this is the medium nib. So, and it's on Clairefontaine paper. That's just what I'm using to kind of show you the writing sample. So my website is bestfountainpen.com. I'll have a comparison writing sample between the medium and the fine fountain pens, the Nice model, so that you can kind of see the difference in the line width. And again, this is the Platinum 3776 Century Nice fountain pen. Great writer, and the only real annoyance with these pens, as I've written with them, is that steel ball inside of that cartridge sometimes chatters, but the smoothness of the nib makes it pretty much worth it. I mean, it's a very, very smooth nib. I didn't have any issues with hard starts, no skipping. It's just a beautiful writing pen. So hope you enjoyed this, and please take the time to run over to my site at bestfountainpen.com and check out this pen and some others. Have a great day.